Have you ever unboxed a brand new phone, paid the same price you would have a few years earlier, and found no charger included at all? Just a cable with nothing to plug it into? The official explanation offered at the time centered on environmental responsibility, reducing electronic waste from chargers people supposedly already owned and rarely needed a duplicate of. The full picture behind that decision involves considerably more financial benefit to the manufacturer than the environmental framing ever mentioned. The stated reasoning was not fabricated. Millions of households genuinely do already own multiple compatible chargers from previous devices, and continuing to include a new one with every single phone sold does generate real, measurable electronic waste at a global scale. Independent environmental assessments have broadly supported the basic premise that removing the charger reduces packaging size, shipping weight, and unnecessary duplicate hardware production across an enormous global customer base. But here's the surprising truth. Internal cost analyses examining the actual financial impact of this change, reported through industry analysts and supply chain reporting, suggest the savings to manufacturers from smaller packaging, reduced shipping weight, and one fewer component to source and assemble meaningfully exceeded what any environmental benefit alone would have justified pursuing on its own. The box became smaller. More boxes fit into the same shipping container. Shipping costs, calculated partly by volume rather than purely by weight, dropped accordingly across the company's entire global distribution network. Think of it like a restaurant removing free bread from every table, framing the change publicly around reducing food waste from bread that often went uneaten, while privately, the change also meaningfully reduces the restaurant's ingredient costs across every single table served, every single day, regardless of whether any individual table would have actually finished the bread or not. Both things can be true simultaneously. The publicly stated reason and the financially convenient reason were never mutually exclusive. The change also pushed an entire consumer market toward purchasing chargers separately, as standalone accessories, often at a price point representing significant profit margin compared to the marginal cost of including the same component in the box to begin with. A charger that previously came bundled into the device price for what was effectively a few dollars of manufacturing cost became, sold separately, a product carrying its own retail price and its own profit margin entirely. So, if the financial incentive was this significant, why was the environmental framing emphasized so consistently and so publicly across the industry's communications about the change? The answer, as is often the case in corporate communications, comes down to which explanation a company can present as serving a broader social good rather than its own balance sheet. Environmental responsibility framing generates considerably more favorable public reception than financial cost-cutting framing, even when both explanations describe genuinely real and overlapping benefits to the company making the change. Regulatory pressure in some regions, including environmental directives in the European Union specifically targeting electronic waste reduction, gave manufacturers an additional, entirely legitimate external justification to point toward, reinforcing the public framing with genuine regulatory backing that made the financial dimension even easier to leave unspoken. So, the next time you unbox a new phone and reach for a charger that isn't there, you will know the decision was never purely about the environment. And it was never purely about profit either. It was a change that happened to serve both goals simultaneously, with only one of those two genuinely overlapping motivations ever making it into the official press release.